Hey everyone, Katie Sergeant Steele here, and coming to you to update you on my channel, some new features, as well as to discuss something very important, I think, when interacting here on social media or on YouTube or any other platform. So first off, I'm doing a new series, going to make this weekly, maybe bi-weekly, called Squad Time, in which I will do hobby tips or Astromilitarum related discussions such as unit reviews and so forth. As you saw with my pilot episode, I did the Cadian upgrade sprue that was just announced at Warhammer Fest. But I'll be continuing to make these short videos to come to you all with more content, as well as still doing my narrative battle reports. Now, for the other part of my video, I want to discuss something very important. And that's the etiquette of being on here and interacting with one another and interacting with me. So I'm mostly on Instagram at this moment, and YouTube is just something I do as extra on the side with my hobby. And so please go check out my Instagram where I do most of my pictures and other updates there. But when it comes to that, we should talk about how we should interact with one another. And although a lot of people maybe think this doesn't need to be said, there is a social contract to be held, as well as the community guidelines that are put out by the various social media platforms. So just want to talk about a couple things that I think are really important pertaining to the content that me and other hobbyists put out here online. So one of the first things, especially with Instagram, is comments and criticism. Now, you may think that just because somebody puts something out on social media, that it is open for you to say whatever you want pertaining to the content that's been posted. And really, especially when it comes to art, there's more of a boundary to that. Oftentimes, artists will welcome comments and criticism, or they're looking for feedback and critique. And when they're wanting critique and feedback, look for C&C welcome, comments welcome, critique welcome, how can I improve this? Those types of phrases and words and letters. Critique is very important here on their work. And what I mean by critique is they want objective comments about maybe their application, color choices, compositions, or ratios and other massing elements. Not just is it good or is it bad, not the subjective stuff, but objective comments about their work, and particularly looking for improvements to better that. It is a bit rude at times to comment or criticize things in which folks are just wanting to maybe share for the enjoyment thereof, and hoping to give that to others. Now, it depends on the context, right? It's just like the social contracts when we interact with anybody else in life. And there are things that folks want to experience and don't want to experience, and we should respect that. But my advice would be, when looking to give comments and criticism, be reserved about it, unless you see that the artist posting the content is looking for that type of feedback. Or you understand the history with this artist. Sorry, needed a drink of water. Or you understand the history of this artist and what they're looking for in general, even without them making a specific request for it, and understand that it's appropriate to give them comments and criticism, because that's maybe usually what they're there for. Another element about this, which seems harmless, but tagging other users completely unrelated to your post. This happens a lot, especially for me as a content creator and other folks I often communicate with online. We will get tagged in posts, usually weekly. It's not much more often than that. And it's folks trying to get us to look at their content, to comment and like on it, or to give feedback and so forth. But these posts don't have anything to do with me otherwise. And really, probably the better way to handle this is sending a direct message or request. Hey, can you take a look at my latest post and let me know what you think about the leather pouches on my Space Marines? That's an appropriate way in order to get somebody's attention when you're wanting their feedback on a post. Tagging other users, if they didn't contribute to the art or the content and you're just doing that for their attention, is usually not the most courteous or the best way to go about it. Speaking of content, helping yourself to other people's images. Once again, just because content is posted on social media does not welcome another person to use that freely. I've heard some folks make cases for this. Oh, well, I'm promoting this other account. Oh, well, they put it out there, so therefore it's for anyone to use and share. Not actually. Especially for Instagram, their community guidelines specifically state share only photos and videos that you've taken or have the right to share. So it does violate the Instagram community guidelines to take other people's content and to post it. You may be saying, well, it's harmless to do that. Kind of not. The reason being that is someone's intellectual property or it's their own art and something that they're sensitive to, and it's not always about promoting their account. Sometimes they don't want promotion or they don't need promotion or they're not looking for that kind of distribution of their content. I see this also with people trying to promote their own account. They will take other people's pictures, push other people's content, and they say this is a way of promoting the hobby overall or a specific type of art or other media. But really, if you go to their bio, you'll see that they're selling things. So they're pushing other people's content to get attention, to hopefully people go to their profiles, to click on their links and to buy products or to donate to the Patreons or so forth. And that's honestly not an ethical way to get that done, and should only be done with the permission of the content creator. Last thing I want to cover that's important when doing etiquette online is trolling and personal attacks. Now, I don't think I will ever fully understand why people participate in this kind of stuff. I believe part of it maybe is because those people are themselves experiencing unhappiness or displeasure, and then they're pushing that on to other people in order to maybe find some relief in their own hurt that they're experiencing. Regardless of why, I'm not a psychologist, regardless of why, this is not okay. It's not an okay way to act. And I will tell you, if this is done on my account, these comments will be deleted. I have seen racist posts. People get upset that I paint multiple skin tones. Get with it, people. Come on. People get upset that sometimes I do kit bashes with women in it. Good grief. But most recently, I even was attacked personally on my YouTube page. Called out as being a liar about being a veteran of the armed services. This is not an okay way to treat other people. This is not an okay way to interact, and you are well out of line. No matter what you're doing and who you're interacting with that way online, it's not okay to treat people that way. We should instead be lifting other people up, giving people benefit of the doubt, and trying to be a positive community, building it so that everyone can find more joy and relief in their life. A lot of us do this hobby as a stress relief, as kind of almost meditation, and especially I know a lot of other veterans who participate in this because it really helps with PTSD or other types of emotional trauma or things that they're going through at the time. In fact, most of my friends in the local club are veterans themselves. And this is a great way for those individuals to participate in this hobby. So I don't know why people come to interact in a way that tears other people down. And it just has no place. And I will not tolerate it. All right. So on that note, I want to end positively and say thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for participating. And I now want to do a request. I would like to know what you all would want to hear during squad time every week. These will be about between 5 and 15-minute videos. They'll be very short. So let me know if there's something in particular you want me to talk about, whether it's hobby related or it's Astromilitarum related. Sorry, I'm not going to discuss much else. I know I collect other armies, but that's kind of what my channel's about. But let me know, and I'd be happy to take suggestions and get some content out there for you guys. All right. See you all next time. Cadia stands.